What is up, mages? It is I, your wintry neighborhood Winterspell. I welcome you back to another episode of Monster Hunter Stories 3. I hope you guys are doing really good today. I am still having some coughing fits. I apologize. Of course, I'm also throwing out this fit. Oh! I joke. So we're going to be getting into a few more things today. I believe we're going to get to camps today. Probably talk more about feral monsters, which is going to be pretty epic, because I don't think we have that yet. No, we haven't done that yet.
We'll be all right.
Alright, let's head out. Alright, come on, Ratha.
Go.
Alright, we're gonna head out this way. We're gonna finish up that one quest that we were doing when I ran out of time the other day. So I've been playing, because I've been working the past, several days, but I've been playing Monster Hunter Stories 3 while I've been off. Like, when I get off work, I've been playing a little bit every day. And, honestly, the exploration I've been doing in this game, it's truly incredible. Like, there's a lot of truly amazing things here. And I've really been enjoying, figuring out how to play this game and the different parts of it. Like, I've reached the second area now. I've reached the second area, and I've learned a lot more about the game, and found a bunch of different monsters. There's a lot of monsters in this that I've never seen before, because I've never played the mainline Monster Hunter games, because I'm not as fond of games that don't really have story. Ooh, God, that's one I don't have yet. But there's a lot of really cool monsters I've been seeing. The gameplay is just proving to be absolutely incredible. I absolutely do suggest this game for anyone who's looking for a new game to play, looking for something new to try. The mechanics are excellent, and... Okay, so I am in the wrong spot. The mechanics are excellent, and as a fan of the games who's played all of them now, this is shaping up to be the best. Now, I know people have been complaining, oh, they don't have, like, a lot of endgame story, or there's not, like, a lot of post-game. Okay. The gameplay is still incredible. There we go.
What to do?
Alright. We'll let the Palico know that they're there. And something really amazing that I found this game has introduced. We're going to unlock it fairly soon, I believe. Something called habitat restoration. We'll be able to release different species into areas and raise the population of them. And, I'll take this Nursilla egg. We'll raise the population, introduce new monsters to the ecosystem, and be able to have dual element monsters hatched from this ecosystem. Which we're going to be explaining fairly soon. It's going to be really cool. We do look good. We're just carrying a tuna on our back.
Go.
That is fun. Alright, come on. Warfare! I will admit, this feature I've really been enjoying. There, I forgot to turn it on earlier. There we go. There we are. We're just going to be grabbing eggs as we're going through. Oh, we're also going to get more... Excuse me. We're going to be getting more companions as we move through the story. I've been told that Cora, the blue-haired lady, if you have her with you, and you run into a barrel feline, she'll throw out a barrel bomb right away without you having to use yours. So that's going to be really helpful. Oh, you've returned. You know, I'll take that. You know, it'd be very interesting to... You know, let's see if we can beat it.
Careful.
Let's go!
It's strong.
Alright, let's see.
Let's go.
And... Ooh. So let's try that. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of monster combinations we can make.
Let's do this.
No!
Ah, jeez. I think as long as we're not stupid, we should be able to do this.
Okay.
He doesn't like the fire, alright. Oh. Okay. I think that means it's going to switch to power, yeah. Oh no. We may want to run for now. Yeah, I don't see this happening right now. That is a shame. But it happens. Well, these I'm gonna beat. Huh. All right. Weird.
Okay. That's it.
All right!
Managed to slay the Ludroth.
As expected.
I don't think it was that hard.
You flatter me.
Alright. Nice, we're leveling up a little bit. Alright, so let's head off to the next area. Because we do need to advance the story so we can start unlocking really cool stuff.
Hey.
Like I said, I'm still going to be hitting the different dens as we move forward. Because I'm going to need a lot of eggs pretty soon. I'm going to take the Nursilla eggs. Because I want to try a few things with the Ursula that I think would be interesting.
Hey.
We've got the upper hand.
Alright, let's see. That works. Excuse me.
That's it.
I think I remember it does technical. Again, I am sorry for the coughing. That cough has really not gone away for a while. Alright. Yeah, hammer for those. Blow my nose.
Keep it up.
So I've actually, in my personal playthrough, I've actually been using a hunting horn as my blunt. It's actually a really good weapon in this game.
You flatter.
Different regeneration effects, status effects. Hunting horns are pretty good. Although I think, to be fair, I'm still a hammer fan. Just because I've always really liked using hammers. Let's see what we can pull out of here. You know what? We're gonna need some of those too. Whee!
All right.
And I can also tell you, the rite of channeling in this game is interesting. Like, they've definitely done some changes. I will say I was disappointed that they did not include the powered up genes that we could do in Stories 2, where you take multiple of the same gene and you add it to the monster so you can power it up. But based on the level of monster in the where you find it, you do get powered up genes, like just naturally, which I think is pretty cool. Like, they've still made it really interesting and really strategic, and the rite of channeling is still rather amazing. They've also taken something that you could do in Stories 1 is you could add different genes to the Monstie and change its elemental efficiency, and it would change color. Like, for, you know, my favorite Rathian, if I gave it a bunch of water genes, its spines would turn blue. They've done something similar in this game where each area has an elemental affinity to it. Like Mirror Lake has water. So if you introduce a monster to a habitat with a high elemental efficiency, like let's say we take a Tobakadachi and put it in Mirror Lake, and then we go searching for an egg and we pick it up, it could be a dual element of water and lightning. So I think that's going to be really cool. And actually, I think I might try to do that with Tobakadachi. See if I can pick up another one. Ooh, Anjanath. I will do that. I want to see if I can experiment with Anjanath and Tobakadachi. See if I can't you know, give it a few different elements.
All right.
Like a water and fire Anjanath would be really interesting. Which I've actually seen the results of that online on TikTok. I saw somebody with a blue Puke Puke because they released it in a water-heavy area, and they were able to get a water element Puke Puke. And I am a big fan of Puke Puke. In my current run-through of Monster Hunter Stories 2, I have a Puke Puke.
No.
Okay. But where'd the thing go that I was just at? Ah. Shoot, because, I mean... I wanted to... Is that it? There we go. Yeah, because I wanted that.
Hey.
Also, that is an adorable little outfit you can get, Rudy. You can get that by linking your Capcom ID with PlayStation, and I love it.
This is terrible. We must hurry and report this to the king.
Yeah, you're right. Better make sure they don't spot us. This way.
And I love that little hat on him. Ooh, there's the rare den. I want to grab that before we continue. Because it's a rare den. Ooh, there's two, I think. Yes, good. I'll grab both of them. Ooh, that's a big boy. I'll take it.
All right.
Oh, over here. Now, I don't know how close they'll let us get. Hopefully, yeah, good. Close enough to get in the den. Excellent. But yeah, honestly, just I've been playing this every night for at least an hour. Because, you know, I am pretty tired when I get home from work. And I have really been enjoying this game. All the different monsters they've added. That's good tea. The gameplay. Now, I'm disappointed that there's not as many weapons as I'd like to see. Sword and shield. That is honestly the sword weapon I usually like to use. I like the looks of it better. I like its fast attacks. And I like the chaser effects. Don't need the Chetacabra. So I'm disappointed they took it out, but I also do like the longsword. It is a cool weapon with a lot of different ways you can use it. But again, I'm a little sad that I don't have my sword and shield. I do like that. Either, so they're not going to let me in there, per se. But all in all, I really don't have a lot of complaints with this game. I've really been enjoying it. And I also realize that the people that are going to complain, there's always people who are going to complain. That unfortunately is just something that we see every single game, every single fandom. There's always somebody mad. So I would say don't listen to the haters. When you actually play this game, it is so fun. And there's so many cool features.
That must be it. It's exactly as they said. That beast is no ordinary monster.
That is a Glavinus, I think.
It's missing a rider. Could it have been separated from them somehow? Simon, what are you...
Something's wrong. We can't let this Glavinus go.
Damn!
In for a Zenny! I've got this.
Let's take it easy.
Do we got this, though? Alright, it's probably a speed type.
Counting on you.
Or, sorry, power type. It's weak to ice. And water. So he used a speed move. So he is a speed type. Okay, I was right the first time. Interesting. Okay, now I think it's probably going to use power.
All right. Thank you.
Regenerate. Okay, I didn't inflict darkness, though. Ooh. Alright. See about the paralysis knife. See if that works.
Right now.
There we go.
You okay?
Thanks.
So the knife items are honestly really good. Chance to inflict that status condition,
Down.
but it's still really good to have, honestly.
Let's go.
And it's gotten me out of a lot of tough situations. Excuse me. Awesome, I guessed right.
Great work. Now's your chance.
Okay. Reducing a wyvern soul gauge to 0 will stagger it. They lose their stock and their attack's easier to dodge. When it's depleted, it will topple.
Let's go.
Nice. Nice.
Go ahead. Let's go. Far.
Nice. Awesome. Man, that was a good hit, honestly.
Keep it up.
See if we can't. Oh. There we go.
I don't know.
And we got a B for it. Not horrible.
Well, Your Highness?
I've never seen a Glavenus like this. It's strange, but could a person have altered it somehow?
That's not good.
Let's go. Something doesn't feel right. We need to get back to somewhere safe. I'm not asking.
Right. Let's get going.
Ah, so now I've unlocked the catavan stands.
Handle it together.
Let's go!
Nothing new here.
I don't know if I've beaten under Scylla before. Wrath is hitting there.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Not bad. See if we can't knock out its needle. Alright, it's behaving strangely. I think that means it's going to switch to power moves. Nope. Speed.
Nice work.
Nice. Breaking the needle will make it harder. Let's go for the head next. Probably wise.
Are you okay?
Skadoosh. So do remember, one of the biggest things about Monster Hunter Stories, there is a lot of grinding. You do want to battle just about everything you find, and you want to be collecting as many parts as you can. It's only going to help you in the long run. And I try to fight everything at least once. Alright, I think it's going to use speed. Nope, sleep needle.
Don't overdo it.
Now's your chance!
Keep pushing.
There we go.
You want some more?
It's almost out, though.
Let's go.
I'm pretty sure we got this.
It's calm down!
And let's finish it with style.
Simon. Yes. Let's do this. Yeah.
Alright, that's cool.
How's that? Got it. See what we can do.
You did it!
You know, I wonder if anyone ever looks out you know, from like the window in the city and sees a massive explosion. Oh, the prince is just out and about. That must be it. Like, is this just a common occurrence?
Stay calm.
Yeah, we'll take out this Nursilla too.
Okay.
Because honestly, Nursilla parts make good weapons. Like, here's a really good hammer I can make from this. Although I'd like a better bow. Maybe the Spongia bow. So I might need to find a few Ludra.
Let's do this.
I also find it very interesting how they've done in this game is they've added monsters to it that you're not ready to fight in several areas. So you get to come back later and fight them once you've gotten stronger. I really like that. Like, it really does seem a lot of thought was put into this game's development, and I really love that. Switch to my hammer. Nice. You're not doing so well there, Spidey. Let's make it happen.
I got it.
Again, I am very sorry for all the coughing. There is not much I can do about it. Sky high dive! The kinship skills are always just so cool looking. I love it.
Leave it to me.
Nice.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
This might get pretty close to finishing it.
Fine.
We'll head back to the castle soon.
That'll do it.
Very nice.
Yeah! On to the next!
Got an S-Class, not bad. Might reward myself with an egg. I really do appreciate just the sheer level of exploration you can do in this game. Just, the areas are pretty big. There's a lot of monsters to discover. A lot of ways you can modify the areas yourself. Like, it's so cool. And I've been noticing that there's a lot of recipes you can find everywhere. For like the spear tuna and the armor I'm wearing, I found those recipes just exploring the field. And they're very powerful. Like in the second area, there's something called the Epitaph Blade. It's a great sword that you can make that I'm told can honestly carry you for quite a while. I haven't tried it yet, though, because in my other playthrough, I am using a long sword, not a great sword.
They snuck up on us!
That's okay.
You did it! What a win!
Good, huh?
Nice. Where am I going? I'm over here. There we go. Lost track of where I was for a second. And I'll grab what's over here too. It's within my range. And I will say this, one of the things I really enjoy about this game is that you start as already a rider. So in Monster Hunter Stories 1 and 2, you are not a rider when the game starts. You will become one, you know, a few minutes into the game. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Ah well. Ooh. You know what, just for fun, I'm taking this egg. So, you become a rider as part of the game. But in this game, you know, you've already been a rider for a few years, and you've already got, you know, like a few members on your team. Like, you'll remember, you start the game with Ratha, with a Tobakadachi, and a Yonkatku. Honestly, I kind of felt like that was a bit of a nod to the players who have been playing since the beginning. Because we've already been doing this for a while. We already know so much. And it was kind of a nod to go, yeah, we see you. We know you've been here. And I like kind of your character being able to be a mentor to Thea because we've been doing this for a while. And it's kind of like us bringing somebody else into it, going like, yeah, this is Monster Hunter, and it feels really cool. All right, let's go with the cluster hammer. I'm rambling a little bit, I know, but like I said, I just thought it was really cool. Edel is... Ooh, that's actually really cool looking. I actually like that. Now, it sacrifices a few points, sure. But I do like the Inflict Up M. I will go ahead and equip it.
Come again.
And it's got a cape. I can get into this. So a big part of my usual strategy for Monster Hunter games, I like to use a lot of status effects. So Inflict Up, I really enjoy. Oop. Wrong one. Alright, let's change the color. Make that my pink. Maybe make it match the hair? Although the green does look nice. We'll go with this. Yeah. Because honestly, that looks really cool. Looks kingly. So as you can see, we got some new outfits for these guys too. I got one of the DLC packs. I'll probably get the other one at some point. Because I also do want that episode of Rudy, which is supposed to release in autumn.
Oh dear.
Alright. I think this is going to be the cutscene with Vermeil. Yep. Okay, that man walking like he a model. He got that walk on him. He's like, I'm strutting.
How long has it been?
Entirely too long, Your Grace. And I will say how grateful we are to be granted today's audience.
No need for such formalities. Let me introduce my son.
Pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is mine, Your Highness. I am known as Fierro, a humble representative of Queen Clarissa of Vermeil. And may I introduce Her Queen Majesty's younger sister.
I have come on Her Majesty's behalf. My name is Eleanor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Well met, young princess.
I'm delighted to make yours as well.
Vermeil faces an unprecedented crisis. Within our borders, crystallized monsters have been discovered in alarming numbers. In turn, countless citizens have lost their homes. Our soil and food reserves are devastated. Many of our people are facing starvation. This is a crisis, plain and simple. Our kingdoms must come together if we wish to survive it.
Your troops advance on our border, and you dare plead for cooperation?
Okay, calm down, man. Calm down.
What joint venture would you have us undertake?
An expedition across the Meridian.
You would have us cross the Meridian, together.
In time, the same calamity we face shall befall Azuria. We must act now, as one.
To what end?
Our homecoming beyond the Meridian. The Sacrosanctum.
The Sacrosanctum no longer exists. All that lies beyond the Meridian is forbidden ground. Even the attempt will be regarded as trespass. Surely you have not forgotten our covenant with the Wyverians.
Of course I haven't, Your Grace. Even so, these desperate times do warrant desperate measures. What good is this ancient pact when our people are dead, and our kingdom is naught but ruin and memory? I am
That is a
certain
point.
the covenant was not meant to ensure our doom. I beg you, please reconsider.
Our answer is unchanged.
I understand. Very well. We are prepared for this eventuality.
Prepared?
Oh, he smiled.
We have no intention of silently waiting for the executioner's axe, and so we took preparations. If you insist that we substantiate our resolve by force, then we shall oblige.
By force? So you threaten us with war after all?
Such high-handed coercion.
Oh, Princess has something to say.
You may speak.
As Fierro has indicated, we have come seeking an ally. Even then, our resolve remains strong. However, to demonstrate that resolve through conflict would hardly ensure our ultimate goal of crossing the Meridian. A war would gain us nothing at all. Casualties dealt to both kingdoms only serve to hasten our destruction, cutting off our nose to spite our face. I would ask...
She's like, don't you stand up.
to have you consider another proposal, Your Grace. I beg you not to place so much weight on the Covenant. Until you decide to relent, I will stay here in Azuria.
What? You would offer yourself to us as a hostage?
Yes. If that is what it takes.
Princess Eleanor, Her Majesty has not authorized this.
I am well aware.
She's like, I don't care.
That is why I will
I'm
stay
having a
here.
vacation.
Please relay this to Her Majesty. If you are to attempt any strong-arm tactic while I'm here, my life will immediately be forfeit, you see.
Very large resolve on this young girl.
If that's what you wish, then it shall be done.
And honestly, I can really appreciate what Eleanor has done here. She really does not want war between the two kingdoms because she sees that it's going to be a bad idea. And she's like, all right, well, time to put my money where my mouth is.
Abide this young lady's designs.
And
It will only fan the flames of war.
honestly, I can appreciate what she's trying to do. I'm not sure if it was the best tactic, but I can appreciate
Speak your mind.
that she wants peace.
What do you think we should do?
Well, This is certainly not what we expected. But as long as she's here, we should treat her as an honored guest rather than a hostage.
Then see that it is done. I trust you to serve as her escort.
Wait, her escort?
Thank you very much.
I am a little annoyed that they didn't show our armor in the cutscene.
For now, I'm in your
That's
care,
okay.
Prince.
Well, I have now acquired a person. Okay. I'm gonna make her fight a
Looking after
dinosaur.
princess. Since when did the Rangers become a bunch of royal babysitters? Well, first time for everything, I suppose. I heard she offered herself up as a hostage. Maybe she's plotting against us.
Nah, the only plot here is the one she saved us with. Can you imagine
I like
how
Ogden
things
a
would have
lot.
gone without her little stunt?
He's
We'd
a
be
brilliant
taking up arms right
biologist, specializing in
That's the way I
monsters.
see it.
And he's honestly just such a cool,
so.
chill grandpa.
At any
I
rate,
love
this is a
him.
direct order from His Majesty.
And he is actually
Refusal
Cora's
isn't
father-in-law.
Sorry for the
Cora
wait.
was married to his
I was just
son
showing her
before his
around
son's
training grounds
death.
and stables.
So he's kind of her
These
dad,
remarkable
and I really
facilities
appreciate
you
that.
have. It's plain to see that they were built with the good of your monsties in mind. Perhaps what surprised me most was the distinct lack of restraints. The faith you riders place in your monsties is clearly paramount.
Not much of a partnership if you don't trust your partner, right? It ain't about holding the reins or giving orders. We're here to draw out the best in each other.
How wonderful! Speaking as a rider, I truly admire that. I've never experienced anything quite like this. I want to see more, learn more about what it means to be a ranger.
If that is your wish.
Splendid! Thank you, Your Highness.
I'm afraid we can't allow the prince to accompany you.
Oh, come on, let's go kill dinosaurs.
What gifts?
What proof do we have that this lady is actually a princess? For all we know, Vermeil sent us an assassin in regal finery.
She got a point.
Heaven forfend!
Perish the thought. Though you do have a point. I have no proof to back my claim. Miss Cora, was it? Your caution serves you well as a retainer. At this point, you leave me only one option. Your Highness?
Oh, me?
You're the only
Would you
prince
do me
around
the
here.
honor of weighing in on this matter?
You are Lady Eleanor of Vermeil, without a doubt. No imposter could have shown such comportment at our peace talks.
With adequate preparation, even an imposter could put on such airs.
Not from where I stand. Based solely on Sir Fiero's expression at the time, I have a hard time believing your gambit was simply a show.
You have a discerning eye.
He did ask my opinion.
Excuse me, but I have an idea. Or a proposal, I guess? We could test her. Like, let Eleanor's skills speak for themselves.
That works.
Fiero.
Heck of a thought, rookie.
I, didn't mean that in a put your money where your mouth is way. I just really want to see what she can do.
Are you up for it, Lady Eleanor?
Most certainly.
Work for you?
No objections here.
Same.
All right then.
All right. We have an Eleanor.
Let me think.
All right, so this is the only outfit I have for Eleanor at the moment. So we're gonna put that on because not a fan of her original outfit, and everybody else is wearing cool clothes.
Captain.
You see, I'm liking my outfit. I'm kind of getting like Magna Defender vibes from it. You know, from Power Rangers. I'm really feeling it. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright. Ooh, excellent. We can go to the marketplace. We're going to unlock the feline, or the Maylink's Emporium. We can trade in our trade points to get stuff. Including something called decorations, which we can attach to our weapons to give them different abilities. We can also pick up stuff like this. Alright. I'll do that just so I have them. I'm just straight up picking up everything. Which I honestly love this because it's going to give us more customization options for our weapons and armor. So, like, we can attach a skill we want to a set of armor that doesn't have it. So we can more customize our playing experience. And I really like that. Oh, I didn't have enough for those. That is fine.
Hey. Huh?
Okay.
Yes, we're going to do our camp, finally. Alright, let's see about... Oh, I can fit 3 decorations on here. Honestly, I'm glad about that. Excuse me. That's probably because this thing doesn't really come with a lot of skills anyway. I'll add cheer. I'll add pet. And I'll add poison coating. Sorry. Eesh. Poison is one of my favorites to use in Monster Hunter. Just because I do like that... I like being able to decrease over time. Alright, see how many eggs I have on me. I can still fit a few. Nice. Wyvern monsties really are my favorite. Oh, ran out of herbs. I always say, every so often, just check your stock. Make all the combinations you can, because you never know when you're going to need stuff. Man, my throat is really bothered right now.
Go.
We're not going to pick up any more eggs for now. Yeah, not me out here wrecking ecosystems. Alright, this is going to be our campsite.
This should be it.
So campsites are going to be bases out in the field.
1 second. Is something the matter?
Where we can hatch eggs, you know, do weapons and armor, eat meals that can affect our stats, and do habitat restoration, which we're going to talk about. Ooh, a feral Yonkaku. Now, to get your camps, you're going to have to defeat feral monsters at the camps, so that you can claim it for yourself.
We've got the second one.
Watch me. Oh.
Time to go.
Alright, let's see. We'll go for the head first. We'll start out with a spinning meteor.
You can do it.
Because I think if I break its head first, then it's going to lower its power. And that is Angie the Anjanath. That is Eleanor's monster.
Careful.
Ooh, I do not have stamina. Alright. But we are laying into this thing, God.
Okay. Careful. Let's see.
Alright, it poisons us then.
I won't give up.
Alright. Oh, it's still using speed. Shoot.
Don't push yourself.
Yeah, that one's on me.
This'll do it.
Now's your chance.
There we go. So ration is a new item in this game. It lets you regenerate stamina, since stamina is a new thing.
Let's calm down.
There we are.
Yes. That's one.
We'll take them down.
Alright, let's do a double kinship. See if we can't take this thing down.
Eleanor! Got it. You ready?
Yeah.
Honestly, really cool.
Not bad.
We did it! You did it!
work.
Honestly, friggin' love it.
Well done.
My thanks.
Alright, so here's our camp. Honestly, cool tent. I love it.
Whoa.
Well, then...
Alright.
Well done. Yes.
Well, what can I
So it
get
turns
you?
out Eleanor actually is a good cook.
Now, as for seasonings... I hope you like this one.
If it's a vegetable dish, why do I have meat? There's just Ogden's just not doing a damn thing, and I love it.
I'm digging in.
Nice.
Delicious.
And this will increase our items we gather in the field.
Get used to this.
Nice.
I think I speak for all of us when I say thank you for your help with
So
our
really,
numerous requests.
they've made a lot of interactions in this game. They've really added so much, and I really appreciate it. I said it earlier in the stream. It really looks like they took their time at this and put a lot of things into it, and I'm really glad about that. I've really been enjoying this game so much.
Thanks to you, I've seen firsthand how Rangers operate. I intend to care for monsters in the very same fashion when I return home.
Now, this doesn't mean I'm not excited for Mega Man Star Force later,
The situation there is far
but
more precarious.
What do you
I'll be honest, I'm still excited. But I'll be playing both of them.
Our kingdom is met not by sunshine, but by stark white clouds of stone.
And I do intend to be streaming Mega Man Star Force as well, because there's a lot of really cool games to stream in there as well. And I played the games when I was a kid on my DS, and I've loved them so much. Because, I mean, as I mentioned before, Mega Man Battle Network was a massive part of my childhood, and then Star Force became it as well, because it was the sequel series. So I'm excited to show you guys that as well. I've got it pre-ordered for the Switch. I'm going to have to get it for the PS5 as well, because it is coming out in the PS5. It's going to be March 27th. That is when we're going to see Mega Man Star Force released. It's a Legacy Collection. It will include the original 3, which would be Leo, Pegasus, and Dragon. It will have the 2 for Mega Man 2, which would be the Zerker Saurian and the Zerker Ninja. It will also have Star Force 3, which is Black Joker and Red Joker and Black Ace. So do keep a lookout for all of those. They're going to be in there. It's $40, I think, on any system. So I suggest it personally, especially if you enjoyed watching me play through Beast Gregor, which I did on the channel a while ago. Weirdly enough, it's the only game I've actually finished on this channel, except technically Skyrim, because I believe we have beaten the main quest in Skyrim.
I understand Azuria's insistence on honoring the Covenant. I really do.
Let's see where we're at on...
But my people have been driven into a corner.
Ooh, we have been going an hour.
No return is looming before us.
Excuse me.
I got involved without knowing a single thing.
What was that?
I had no idea what Vermeil was going through. Made no attempt to even try to understand.
So how do you acknowledge your investment in our plight? You could have done something. Is that it?
No, that's not what I
don't mean for my words to come across as unkind. In fact, I fear you and I are in similar positions. I thought your king an evil despot, with no care for our hardships. I believed your people to be callous and unfeeling.
Wait, really?
Really? But all that changed the moment we spoke. I was ignorant of your situation, not opposed to it. In that, I think we're the same.
I can't tell you how happy I am to hear that.
Likewise. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd love to learn more about the Rangers. I take it the first step involves eggs?
That's right. We care for the eggs of endangered species, and then return them to the wild. But, it's not exactly easy. The process is threatened by what we call invasive monsters. They endanger the ecosystem by trying to take over another's territory.
Invasive? And I suppose it's your duty to reclaim this territory then?
In a sense, yes.
Would you mind terribly if I gave you a hand with that particular process?
Not at all.
Let's see.
All right. We're going to be taking care of that next time. But we are going to hatch these eggs first. Then we'll take a look at the invasive species in the next episode, which, don't worry, I will be doing today. I need to check on my laundry. Okay. All right, first thing we're going to do, I'm hatching these eggs. And the habitat restoration we're going to get to do is really something incredible. And I'm excited to do it. And like I said, there's a lot of customization of your experience that you can do with this. So it's going to be really cool to see. Like I said, for now, though, this is where we're going to cut it off. So I can go take care of my laundry and take a break. So please do like and subscribe. Share the video if you liked it. You know, tell your friends. We are trying to reach 500 subscribers by June, which is quite a hefty undertaking, I know, but I think we can do it. In fact, I say we're gonna do it, and it's gonna be incredible. And I'm hoping you guys can help us do that. Until next time, this has been your Wintry Neighborhood Winter Spell. Reminding you guys to stay frosty, and I will see you in the next video.